Our welterweight tail of the tape is brought to you by Arkham. Trade with intelligence. Tenaglia, as mentioned, is 29. Yassin Najid doesn't look it, but he is 40. Standing 6'1". He's the taller fighter, but the reach advantage belongs to Franco Tenaglia. Najid in the dark blue trunks, Tenaglia in the gold.
If you love the technique and the fluidity and defense of striking, this is not the fight for you. Tenaglia, all his techniques are basic, throws hard punches, basic takedown, has won by rear naked, but everything he throws is with power.
The Najid brothers, though, cannot be underestimated, tangling at a close range like this. I mean, they've got really interesting skills on the ground, and you can see the composure in this range as well. Najid landing that body lock takedown. Tenaglia now in half guard. Got to start to try and build up. I was actually surprised that Tenaglia came out to grapple.
Najid now thinking darts.
That's the darts choke setup. That's beautiful. That's very nice.
He
Get
has
the hand all the way through.
He's got the grip onto his own bicep, but just by the pinky and ring finger.
Yeah, Tenaglia doing a really good job of posturing with his neck here to stay out of that danger. And now he's out of it.
Used the underhook to scramble back to his feet, did Franco Tenaglia, and now look at him rush back into range. Good level change there by Yassin Najid.
But Najid's showing some inexperience here on the ground. You take some of the energy away from the guy, especially guys explosive as Tenaglia, then you go for the submission. Went for it right away, still against a fresh guy.
Him and his brother, they're very fast finishers when it comes to subs, though. They like to jump on stuff. I agree with you, though. I mean, he would have been better to cook him a little bit in that position, make the darts a bit easier.
As you know, Dan, when it comes to high-level grappling, a lot of times when a guy gets submitted, they're just like, get off me.
Yeah.
They're just done.
Especially at this level, you've got to convince someone they want to give up.
Exactly. Najid not quite doing that.
Tenaglia is not going to be a guy to give up.
Not going to be that guy. You got to put him out.
Yeah.
Najid just hanging on Tenaglia, a couple mat returns and forcing the work to get back to his feet.
This could also be a good stretch of wearing down on Tenaglia, who rolled for a leg lock.
Interesting.
Thinking knee bar.
Reverses it as if he's going to go for an ankle lock. He could potentially take the back here. He needs to kick Yassin Najid forward, though. He's in a very awkward position right now where he's not really going to be able to muster any kind of offensive.
Yeah, not quite 50-50. He needs to scoot out a little bit to his right to get there. Now he's in more of a leg lock position, but not possible to do our opponents on their feet.
He's done a good job of isolating that leg, but Najid is looking to work around it now. Slides across the midsection with a knee, finds himself in half guard again. Looks like he's doing the cooking this time, though, Jimmy.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure there, a little bit of chest to chest. Still threatening with the darts.
Good
if Tenaglia turns a little bit too much to his left.
One other thing to consider as well, if you're ground and pounding from top position, you're hitting someone who's a bare knuckle boxer, there might be some scar tissue there that you can open up. Big punches.
Getting the work done with his right hand for now. And sucking a lot of gas out of the tank for Franco Tenaglia, who relies on his explosiveness. Spanish crowd chanting Franco, hoping to incite some kind of ability to get up from this bottom position.
Yeah, he's going to need some help in this position. He needs to make some space, kick his opponents away. He's still focused on that ankle again. Another big shot thrown down by Najid. Looks like it just missed Tenaglia's face. This is an incredibly awkward position he's getting caught in.
But Tenaglia is showing a surprising willingness to engage in a ground battle. Not just trying to power back to his feet.
No, he looks hurt here. He's building up, but I think one of those shots got through. Back up to his feet momentarily. Dragged back down to the floor by Najid, who looks like he's sinking in a rear naked choke. Tenaglia scrambles and turns.
Dangerous moment there for Franco.
Maybe an armbar of his own, but not able to get his leg over the top in time.
I'm amazed that he's so focused on grappling.
Really surprising to me. Because there are positions where I thought he could maybe spring back to his feet, and he's re-engaging and attacking on the ground.
And Najid's doing a good job of forcing Franco to carry all of his weight as well. Look how heavy he is. This has been a rough first round for Tenaglia.
He'll survive it.
Stop.
And get back to the stool. Perhaps a conversation about strategy will happen there. Vinicius Junior from Real Madrid in the building now, to the delight of the crowd here at Palacio Vista Alegre. Courtois as well.
Seconds out.
He had to hear Dan Hardy on the broadcast. One of the biggest stars in the world, Jude Bellingham.
Behind the line, thank you. Behind.
Round 2. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see if Franco decides he wants to trade a little more. But you know for sure Yassin Najid, with that success, he's going to want to try and get this fight grounded as quickly as he can. And Tenaglia, for me, looks very fatigued.
And also Tenaglia opening up with a kick, a high kick, against a guy who wants to take you down. You want to get low, you want to use your jab, get over your base, make yourself a difficult target when it comes to the ground.
Oh, nasty spinning back kick right to the midsection.
Najid really feeling confident now.
Najid's got such long levers as well.
Oh, ate a big right hand there. Did not seem to mind much.
Right into the grappling. Surprised us in round 1, but he's going back to it in round 2, this time getting the takedown.
Najid now scrambling to defend the takedown. Tenaglia looking to circle to the back, kind of got his head tangled up a little. Gets it free, but he doesn't have a hook in.
Double bite on the legs here for Franco Tenaglia. Again, especially after landing the big right hand, I'm surprised that he's doing it this way.
And Najid using the fence very effectively. Tenaglia can't circle around to his left. There's nowhere to go. Gonna pull him off the fence just like that. Smart move from Tenaglia.
Najid get his head out of trouble here.
Franco looks tired. And Yassin, with those butterfly hooks, he's going to make him move. If he starts to settle, he's going to be able to elevate him. And again, those long limbs of Tenaglia, right? Whether it's on the feet or on the ground, they're problematic.
Butterfly guard, a sweeper's guard. Not a lot of submissions from there, but look for the reversal if Najid senses the balance is a little bit off from Tenaglia.
There might be an armbar set up here for Najid can get his legs free. Oh, he looks for a net. Good awareness from Tenaglia, who escapes it. Now he's landing some shots.
Digging his right hand into the body, trying to left elbow as well.
There's that sweep attempt. Good awareness from Tenaglia.
He just looks too tired to really mount any kind of meaningful offensive here, doesn't he?
Halfway through, Fabian Edwards there in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, getting warm. The challenge for the middleweight title against Costello Van Steenis in our main event.
Well, Tenaglia now landing some big punches. Najid letting the back of his head hit the canvas. That just magnifies the power of the punch. Now thinking triangle.
Yeah, now Najid's starting to look tired as well. Both these guys gave a lot in that first round.
Old-fashioned gamesmanship here from Franco Tenaglia, putting his glove across the open mouth of Yassin Najid. Totally legal and slows down the breathing.
If I reference Tito Ortiz, will anybody get it? He kind of made that famous. That was really his thing.
You're talking about the famous California politician?
See what happens? See what happens when I bring up old school guys? This is what happens.
Oh, Sean O'Connell.
That's why nobody likes you, Sean. Anyway, back to the fight.
Najid just seems to have accepted this position, and now Tenaglia's got that inside thigh pry with his foot. He might even try and slide his leg free here and get to side control.
Good short. Oh, it would be a big mistake sitting back for a guillotine here. He thought better of it, went back to striking. What a reversal first 2 rounds. Not the fight we expected at all from Tenaglia.
Managed to grind himself back into this. Looks like he might be thinking about a rear naked choke. Najid needs to be cautious.
And he's very high in the ride, though. Needs to bring his hips down a little bit to make the rear naked choke an actual possibility.
I wonder if Najid's thinking 40 seconds, I might have a run in the 3rd round and let this one burn on the judges' scorecards. Tenaglia trying to drag the fight to the floor again.
We thought this fight would be maybe about the power of Tenaglia. It's been more about the grit of both of these fighters. Tenaglia looked exhausted at the start of the round, but has been on top for most of this 2nd round.
Here Najid with a little burst of energy to turn and face. Final 10 seconds of round 2.
Stop.
Yassin Najid walking very delicately back to his corner. Here's a good look at the spinning back kick.
Just managed to catch on the elbow with that kick.
David Alaba like that.
Both these guys are incredibly tired. It's going to be who wants it more in this 3rd round.
It's out. Okay, come on. Your shoulders out.
Poison like that.
Oh, hang on.
It's over.
Najid's shoulder's dislocated.
Yassin Najid, it appears the left arm might be out of socket. This fight is over. Franco Tenaglia wins via injury to Yassin Najid.
Yeah, shoulder dislocation, you can see it.
Oh, yes. That's a good look at it.
It looks
nice work
bad
by the cameraman. Well, when I said he was walking delicately back to the corner, I was looking for his legs, if there was an issue with a knee or something like that. It was the shoulder for Yassin Najid that popped out.
I thought it was I was thinking the same thing you were, Sean, that maybe he had a leg injury, but he was walking gingerly because he was in pain on that left side.
You can't even stand up either. Outside, okay?
Oh, look at the arm there.
You can see right there, Dan, give me that telestration. The left shoulder is not in good shape right there.
Yeah, look at that. You can see this bone is out of place here. It's hanging lower than it should be. He almost passes out here in a moment. Look at that. Shoulders. Oh, there we go.
That's his brother there, needs to hold him up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner after 2 rounds by TKO, El Rey de la Calle, Franco Tenaglia.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Franco Tenaglia. That was a battle, my friend, from start to finish. How are you feeling?
Vaya batalla desde el principio hasta el final. ¿Puedes hablar inglés? Perfecto.
Yeah, you know, like, I wanted to strike a little bit more, but he was, you know, he's a scientist, so he was smart. He controlled the distance very well, and then he grabbed me and, you know, he controlled the 1st round. But listen, man, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it is the size of the fight in the dog, you know, so I have a big size of fight, so I find my way in the 2nd round, and I beat him. I TKO him, you know, he's injured, so it's a win is a win. I'm very happy for it.
Bueno, le desea lo mejor a su rival. Dice que como es el científico, tenía controladas las distancias, que le ha costado en el primer asalto, pero al final, lo que has dicho del perro y la calle es así, que es una gran victoria para él.
What was it like to walk out here? You had such incredible fan support when you came out.
¿Cómo ha sido tu entrada con todo este apoyo de la gente de Madrid? ¿Cómo te has sentido?
Bueno, gente, a cada uno de ustedes los amo. Y el que, perdónenme, quería una pelea más de striking, era un tipo grande, la verdad, pero bueno, resolví, abracé, lo tiré. Y bueno, al que no le gusta, como siempre digo, al que no le gusta que la chupe. Una victoria es una victoria.
So, thank you everyone, Madrid, and if somebody doesn't like, dilo tú.
Yeah, they can suck my balls.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the legend, Franco Tenaglia.
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.